Hi guys, how has been the trading week? This is yet another educational video about trading, and in this video I'll be talking more about what I now focus more on in the market. Okay, and it has helped me in this last week to take some profitable trades in the foreign exchange market. I love that you watch to the very end so that you'll be able to grab something out of this video. It will be a long video because I'll be explaining in details, okay, the concept. All right, so let's get right into it. So as an SMC trader, okay, smart money concept trader, there are some things that you need to focus on before you jump into any trades. Okay, so first things first, you want to make sure you start from the higher time frame. Okay, what are the higher time frame? We have the daily time frame, 4 hours time frame, 1 hour, and the rest. Okay, so you want to see what the trend is, what the market is, where the market is at, and where the market is heading to. So you want to first know this. Okay, then the other two things I've been focusing more on lately now is the FVG, which means fair value gap, or what is also called imbalance. And also I also focus more on liquidity. Okay, these two things are very, very important now, very, very important. Why? Just before you take your trade. Okay, so I'll be using the euro, dollar, GBP, dollar, and NASDAQ in this video for explanation. Okay, so starting with the euro dollar now, looking at it from the daily time frame, we can see where price is at the moment. Price is reacting off from this daily supply zone. Okay, price is reacting right from here, from the daily supply zone. So that's the first thing to check. Okay, and you can see the trend has been moving up, and now it has hit a supply zone, telling us that we might start to see a shift from this bullish structure into bearish structure. Next thing you want to check out for is where you have liquidity or fair value gaps, or what we call imbalance. So let's just take for example, when price hits this supply zone, you can see that we have every reason to sell, because just right here we have FVG, the fair value gap. FVGs are being produced in the market when we have high impulsive movements in the market, when candles move in with high volatility. So it tends to leave gaps behind, which are called the fair value gaps or imbalances. Okay, which are there as a result of maybe news releases, when we have figures being released by different countries, economic news. So, so you want to look out for FVGs, and you want to look out for liquidity. Where are liquidity in the market? Where we have liquidity, you can see that when price was pushing up right here, we created this trend line, sort of trend line support, which is known as liquidity. Okay, so these are the things you want to look out for, so that you can know where the market is going and capitalize on on this um liquidity and FVG to take profitable trades. Okay, so let's move to a lower time frame and let's discuss this last week in the foreign exchange markets. Okay, so as you can see from right here, last week we had all of these push to the downside, and when this week started, we had we also had sales in the market. So moving quickly to what we have this week, you can see that market pushed up into this supply zone right here. Okay, market pushed up into the supply zone. Actually, I was actually expecting price to pull up to this level, because we have imbalances right here. But as you all know, market needs to fulfill its obligations. So we cannot have all price action being filled at every instances. Okay, so for example, as market has the obligation to go down to fill this imbalance right here, price will have to continue its movement till it gets there. But there are some times when we will have some retracements, some corrections before they push down, and there are sometimes markets will leave behind those liquidity or imbalances, okay? Because later in the future, these imbalances and liquidity are what we trade towards also later on, okay? So just right here, we can see I actually missed out on this sell trade on euro dollar, but I was able to get the trade on GBP USD. So let me go to the 1 hour time frame. So on this particular day, I was expecting price to react off this supply zone right here, because of course this supply has been mitigated with this, but sometimes we may have double mitigations at times, okay? So we don't control the market will have to do whatever it has to do. So market actually broke above this supply level right here and mitigated this other supply right here. And okay, I was able to scalp some sales right here, even though I didn't have the confirmation entry. I didn't get the confirmation entry, but I knew price was going to fill this zone, and the entry I had was just little lots, just because I wanted to scalp. I was actually still waiting for the confirmation entry to be able to use the appropriate lot size that I would normally use. So I took profit out at this level. So let me just cut this chart and explain how you would have been able to capitalize on this trade if you were on the chart on this particular day. So as you can see, just like I said, when price, once you know the trend and where price is moving from, now that price has hit this supply zone from the higher time frame, you want to look out for where you have liquidity in the market, okay? So first things first, you can see that when market was pushing up, we have this trend line liquidity right here. We also have imbalance right here, okay? And just looking to the left here, we have this Asian range low that is yet to be grabbed, okay? Liquidity always sits at Asian range low and Asian range high, okay? And as you can see, we have little imbalance that is yet to be filled at this point. So once you are able to bring out or label out where you have liquidity and FVG, then you'll be able to know where you want to take your profits and where market is heading to. So the next thing now is for you to wait for confirmation entry at this level to be able to take price into all these levels right here, okay? So now, as you can see, we have this low that has pushed above this high right here. So we want to start waiting for confirmation entry. Let me move to the 5 minutes time frame now. Let me clear out this. So as you can see, market was pushing up. So now market is pushing down. So this was actually so if you move to, okay, on this particular time frame now, you can see that when market created this high, market moved down, we created this low, the market pushed up, then failed to break above this high. So just right there, this was the first confirmation entry that we were going low, and as you can see, market left behind this supply zone right here, okay, with little imbalance right here. So actually this is the first confirmation entry. This is the first confirmation entry, but I wasn't satisfied with this because I will prefer that probably this demand level right here is broken first, so I can have the assurance that market is truly pushing down at this particular point in time, okay? And why am I not having a strong belief in this zone is because we still have um imbalance left above this high. We still have this Asian range high right here, okay? But we know not all times price will fill up these zones, okay? Later on, price will still come to fill those zones, okay? So as you can see, price came back at this level, filled this supply zone, mitigated it, and it started selling. So I actually did got into a sell trade, just random scalp, okay, because of this imbalance right here. So I was looking to take profit at this level, just normal scalp. Okay, so later on I was then waiting for confirmation entry, because then we have this FVG right here. Okay, so now I'm paying more attention to FVGs, because I now notice price reacts off the open of FVGs or at the 50% of FVGs. Okay, price mitigates 50% of FVG. So lately now I've been focusing on this FVG, taking my entry off from it. Before, if I have an order block or a supply zone like this, I'll be looking to take my entry at this point before, but I notice price will sometimes not come to mitigate this particular level. Instead, price will mitigate, price will come, mitigate the midpoint, yeah, right here, and just go all the way down. And I'll be waiting for price to kind of pull into this order block right here, or supply zone right here. So I realized I'm missing out on trades. Okay, so that's why I said you have to focus now. Make sure you are focusing on FVGs imbalance for your entries. You can decide to take your entries now from the open of this from the close of this FVG, okay, or from the 50%, the midpoint of the FVG. Okay, so I was then waiting for price to come in, then my stop loss at this high, okay, and if possible, can have it at the extended high right there, but price never came back. Okay, price just went and it take profit right there. Okay, so you see price never came back, and take profit was it. So I was just able to scalp out of, I was just able to scalp. Okay, so but for long term take profit, this is where you should be looking to take profit, because of course we still have liquidity at this level right here. Okay, so that was it for that trade. I think market just went all the way down. So moving now on to Friday. Okay, I wasn't able to get a trade on Euro USD on Friday. Okay, yeah, because at this point I was still waiting for price to push back up into this point of interest right here. But as you can see, price used this supply level right here. Price used this supply level, found this other block right there, and pushed down. Okay, so the same thing when you get on your chart. Okay, this was on Friday now. So coming on your chart on Friday, let me clear the chart to have a clean chart. So coming on your chart, you want to first identify where you have liquidity, where you have FVGs to be filled. Okay, so on this particular day, I came on the chart, I realized we still have liquidity to be grabbed here, and just right here, market has created the Asian range low. This is another liquidity. So for me, I knew we were going to sell, because price has liquidity to grab at this level, and at this level also on the lower time frame we have FVG to be filled at this level as well. Okay, so I was looking to sell, and of course we ended up getting that sell from right here, but I wasn't able to get a trade because this wasn't the POI I was looking to take my sell from. I was looking to take sell from this POI instead. Okay, but we had confirmation entry. Okay, but I missed out on the confirmation entry. So as you can see right here, this is the 1 minute time frame right here. Price, okay, if we should label how price moved, we broke above this high, creating this low. Markets broke above this high again, creating this low, okay, till we finally pushed up. Then we broke these two structures right here. We broke this structure, and market came back and mitigated this level. Okay, So I know most people will miss out on this trade because of course you would have been waiting for price to probably get to this level. I think price later did that, but I wasn't looking anymore because of course market has now pushed down. I think market came back to mitigate this zone later on. Okay, so this is how you use FVG's liquidity to get profitable trades from the market. Okay, so you want to focus more on this. Okay, so as you can see, price ended up coming and markets pushed all the way down. Okay, so I missed out on this first push. Okay, and then I was now waiting for price to return back into this imbalance right here, so I can take a sell, and my stop loss was right at this high. So still looking to go down because of course we have liquidity to be cleared, targeting this low, but price never came back. And so price didn't come back into this level, and take profit was it. Okay, so there are times when you miss out on trades. Is no problem. Okay, because of course we cannot catch all trade. The most important thing is to make sure that your requirements are met. That's why you have set of rules guiding you. You want to make sure your requirements are met. Okay, so this is all on Euro USD using the FVG and where liquidity is. Let's quickly go over to the GBP USD. So for GBP USD, the same procedure also. You want to make sure you know the trend. What is price doing? This is the daily time frame on GBP dollar, and as you can see, price is reacting off from a daily FVG or imbalance. Price is reacting from there, and not just that, we had several break of structure. We have a break of structure there, break of structure there. Market came back into the supply level right here, mitigating it perfectly, and now we are pushing down. Okay, so knowing this now, you know what the trend is, you know where price is heading to, and as you can see right here, we have FVG left here, right here. This is daily time frame. You can then move to the continue going down to the other time frame, and as you can see here, we also have FVG being created right here. Okay, price left this imbalance when price was pushing up. Not just that, we had this liquidity, trendline liquidity, and as you can see, market came back again to fill all of this price action. Okay, so but in this scenario right here, this wasn't properly filled. You can see price didn't properly fill this point of interest or demand level, and as you can see, price came back all the way up to mitigate this supply level right here. Okay, so and during the course of the week, let's move to the 15 minutes time frame. You can see same on Euro USD that I explained the other time. Price found this level of demand that was broken at this point in time. Price came back and used the same broken demand as a supply zone. Okay, so yet again, I took a scalp sell just as I took on euro dollar. Okay, so let me cut the chart right here. So if you move down to the lower time frame, as you can see, as price has mitigated our daily supply zone that I have marked out from here, the next thing to do is, where do you have liquidity? You want to mark out your liquidity area. This is a liquidity zone. We have the Asian range low that is yet to be grabbed, and we also have this right there, like a support that is waiting to be grabbed. Where do we have FVG? We have FVG right here that needs to be filled. And not just that, we have little FVG right here as well. And as you can see, this is like a trend line liquidity for when price was pushing up that needs to be grabbed. So knowing this, I knew we will sell. Okay, we have liquidity to be grabbed and we have inefficiencies to be filled in the market. Okay, let me move down to the 15 minutes time frame. As you can see also, you can see right here, this is another trend line liquidity. So first identify all of this. That will guide you. Knowing where liquidity is in the market will really help you to make profitable trades. So as you can see, price tapped into this supply zone. The next thing you want to wait for is break of structure. So as you can see, we had the first break of structure because this was the low that gave us the last high. Okay, this gave us the last high. So you have to wait for this low to be taken out for you to have the confirmation that you will be selling. And just after that, if you move down to the 1 minute time frame, also make sure after your higher time frame point of interest has been tapped or mitigated, you want to move down to your lower time frames, like any time frame from 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. You want to go down to start looking for your change of character or break of structure. As you can see right here, we have this low that gave us the last high right here. Okay, this high is actually higher than this high, you can see. So this low gave us this high. So for us to know that we are selling from this point of interest, this low needs to be taken out, and it was taken out right here, and market came back into this level of supply. For your stop loss, you, like I always say, give yourself room. Okay, allow your trades to break. So market came back into this supply level, and we can take our sell trade from this point of interest. Your stop loss at this high, which is about 9 to 10 pips, and you target your areas of liquidity. Okay, you can either take your profits at this level as an intraday trader, but if you like to swing your trades, you still have more room. We have this Asian range low liquidity to be grabbed, and we also have this higher time frame FVG to be filled as well. Okay, so this is how you use liquidity and FVG. So on this particular day, I don't like to hold my trade. I was looking for this to be filled for me to get out of the trade. So actually, I missed this. I missed this 1 minute mitigation. Of course, you can't be on the chart every time. So there are sometimes you miss out on the right point of entry. Okay, so I think I had a random market execution for a sell trade at this level, and my stop loss was a little bit wide, almost up to 20, and I was aiming for this to be filled. Okay, so of course later on when this was broken, I didn't particularly use my normal risk to reward ratio at this level because it was a random sell. So I was waiting for a return of price into this proper mitigation of this FVG. Okay, so I was waiting for more push into this level, but as you can see, if you look at this carefully, you'll see that at this level, this was the FVG that was left behind. Let me delete this. Okay, so when we broke this structure, this was the FVG, and if we take a look at the 50% of this FVG, let's see, yeah, you can see that market made use of the 50% of this FVG and market sold from this level. Okay, so this was supposed to be the entry I was supposed to have, but I was somehow still waiting for a deeper push into this level before I sell, but I was still able to scalp. But I would have made more profits if I had realized price mitigated the 50% already. So you have to be at alert at all times and backtest your chart to see how price keeps reacting at different zones. Okay, so this was a good trade. That's why I say some people now, they take their entries from the end of their FVG, or from the midpoints, as opposed to the open right up here. Okay, so, and price went all the way down. Price went all the way down, and it was filled. So moving now to Friday trade, I was able to catch a sell trade on Friday. So you can see price gets pushing. So let me stop right there. So this was Friday, okay? So just from the Thursday, we still have liquidity that needs to be grabbed from right here, okay? I'm still looking to sell, but of course, it's a new day. Markets will create new structure. You want to look for how you get into a trade. So this was another liquidity that was now formed overnight from the Asian session, okay? So at some point, I was like, should I scalp some sell back into this level, because I wanted to sell from this point of interest right here. As you can see, when we broke down, we had this supply zone, but this mitigated this supply zone. This is the next zone to be mitigated. And also, if you push out your Fibonacci retracement to this zone, aligns with the premium zone. The premium zone is the 61% or the 78% or anything above that, okay, where you can sell from. And this aligns perfectly, and I was waiting for price to push into this zone. I wanted to scalp some sell, but I was like, it's better I focus on my on the sell I want to catch, because sometimes you get lost in an opposite direction trade and you miss out on your main setup for the day. So I realized price didn't want to get into my setup right here, but then market pushed down, and I saw this as some liquidity that market was creating already. Okay, market was creating this liquidity already. So what I did was I decided to take my entry off from this zone. I decided to risk a sell from this level, ignoring the fact that price didn't properly tap into my area of supply, because then on Euro USD already, price was already selling. Okay, so I knew it's like price will not mitigate this level, okay, because of course we will not have perfect price action at every time. So I was aiming for this Asian range low, because it was Friday and we always have manipulations on Friday, lots and lots of manipulations. So you want to be careful trading on a Friday. So overall, this was what I was aiming at. But to be honest, I think I got out of my trade on Friday at this level right here. I was so tired of staying on my chart from the London session down to the New York session. In fact, before this 15 minutes before this 15 minutes point of interest was tapped, it took hours, and I was kind of frustrated that when we price get to this level. At some point, I even thought I missed out on this trade, because as you can see right here, market broke below this level, okay, creating a break of structure. And it looks to me like price was going to react off from this zone right here, and price started moving in this zone for lots and lots of, I think, almost over an hour or two. Market was just at this level, and I was already thinking, is this how I'm going to miss out on this sale? But I told myself I was going to be patient, and I was going to get my entry from this M15 imbalance and supply zone, okay, from this FVG M15. But looks to me like market was reacting off. I waited and waited and waited. Price started pushing down, and I was not happy at all. But later on, as you can see, price came back up and my point of interest was tapped. Okay, so I got into my trade. I think I even had 2 entries. I finally got into my trade. So trading requires patience, guys. It requires patience, because sometimes market can stay in your point of interest for hours and not move for hours, and you will just be frustrated. So let me see, I think I got another entry. Yeah, so I got this entry. Then later on, you can see again the market was creating liquidity. This liquidity was grabbed, market pushed up. We have this liquidity, trendline liquidity right here as well. So when this all of this was taken out, this is a break of structure right here. Market did what? Market came back into this level. So I got into another trade right here. This was another FVG. The price could literally come to, and my stop loss at this time was at this level, because of course we've broken through this internal structures. So I had double entry, the first one from this M15 and this second one based off of another confirmation. And at this point, I think I just randomly got out of the trade because I was exhausted for the day. I was exhausted, and market moved just fine. So guys, pay attention to FVGs. Please start taking your entries from the close of the FVG or at the midpoint of the FVG. And we advise that instead of waiting for your supply zone or demand zone to be mitigated, if you have FVG just before the demand or supply zone, please, as much as possible, you can take your entries off from the FVG as opposed to waiting for your supply or demand zone to be tapped. But of course, always remember to wait for confirmation entries as well. Okay, so I'm still expecting price to push down into this level. So as you can see, this Asian range low was grabbed. I'm still expecting this to be grabbed at this level, and for this demand level to be mitigated, and this FVG right here to be filled. Okay. So next week at market open, probably price will be pulling back up into this level right here. We have FVG at this level right here. You can see market left behind this FVG right here. So probably we have a push during the market open and we have a pull down into this. So we don't know. Before I always try to make predictions like this. Of course, it's good to make predictions, but sometimes you allow market to move first so that you can know what direction you want to trade. Allow market to move. Of course, you have your prediction where market is going, but always make sure market move first and show you where it's headed for. Okay, so let's move on to the last pair, NASDAQ. In my last video, I showed you on NASDAQ that I took a sell trade. I took this sell trade here. I took this profitable sell, and I told you in the video, for those that watched that video, that I was expecting more sales. As you can see, we have huge FVG right here. The market needs to come and fill. We have this FVG right there. So in that video, I explained that I'll be looking for sales from this region down into this region, because of course we have this liquidity sitting right here. Okay, we have liquidity and we have FVG right there. So knowing that we have liquidity and FVG, I was confident in looking for a sell trade. So I was able to get into a sell trade from this level right here. Okay, and also when price pushed all the way up, we left behind liquidity here as well. We also have this Asian range low that needs to be cleared. So with this, I was able to take a sell trade, and there was confirmation entry also. So as you can see, market reacted off from this higher time frame supply zone, and there was confirmation entry. So when market pushed up, we broke this structure. Market came back into this supply level right here. I actually had two entries for this trade. I took one aggressive sell from right here, and I took this confirmation sell, I think from down here, because the price action at this level was not clear. So I think from the 1 minute time frame, let me see. Yeah, we had, yeah, okay, this is not good, but I know my entry was somewhere down here. I took my entry, maybe 2 minutes time frame. There was one little imbalance right here, so I took my second position right there, and price action was not really encouraging. You can see all of this consolidation, week up, week down. I was really exhausted and I wasn't liking the price action. And you can see that we had multiple push down, pull back, or push down, pull up, push down. So price action did not move straight away easily like that. So on this particular day also, on Thursday, I took my profit at this low right here on Thursday. I took my profit at this level. So I left the trade, and as you can see later on through Friday, this was on Friday, market found supply at this level. We have this Asian range low right here. Market mitigated this supply level and pushed down. And not just that, after we broke below this low, market came back and mitigated this level of supply right here, and markets started pushing down again. Okay, so if we move down to the 4 hours time frame, you can see that we still have more room for market to push down, probably at the market open. Let's see, maybe we'll still have some sell. Okay, as you can see, we have this level of supply right here. Let's see what happened at market open, and you can start to see again we are creating some sort of trend line liquidity, and we also broke structure right here. So is quite right to say we can possibly get a sell at market open, but I don't trade on Sundays. I always wait till London session on Monday. Maybe we can still grab some sell down into this level. So guys, that's about it about FVGs, fair value gap, imbalances, and liquidity. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any question, please leave them below in the comment section. I will definitely reply to them. Thank you very much.